What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another one of my videos. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, make sure to subscribe and like my video if you're enjoying this content. So this is a video that has been requested by some of you. Some of you have asked to see to make a video on some of the accessories that I currently own. And yeah, I just thought I would do one quick one. Now for these particular items, some of them I'll be able to give you guys links as to where you can get them, and others, to be quite honest, were either gifted or I got them from a boutique either in Montreal or Ottawa where I used to live. So yeah, let's jump right into it with the first ring. Alright, so the first ring is actually a ring that I've owned for about, honestly, like I'd say 4 or 5 years. So I've had it for quite some time. I got it in a boutique in Ottawa. This is what it looks like. So as you guys can see, it's a pretty simple ring. I really, this is sort of like 4 or 5 years ago when I was kind of getting into accessorizing. So I was really trying a lot of things. And for me personally, like anytime that I'm kind of trying something new, whether, especially when it comes to fashion, I really do like to just start off super simple. It's kind of like when you kind of start dressing up and you start with a normal sort of like black and white tee, and then eventually you move into colors. So with rings, it was quite similar. Like I just started with like a super simple ring, something that I could see myself wearing every single day, and I wore it on my first finger. And to be quite honest, it's been perfect. It fits me really well. Now I like to wear my rings pretty tight. So especially because in Canada, it does get pretty cold during the winter. So I don't want my rings to fall off or to just kind of like not sit well. So this one is pretty tight, but to be quite frank, I've had it for 4 or 5 years. It's been a really good ring. It's sterling silver, extremely simple, just a round, simple ring that I can wear on my first finger. And yeah, there you have it for my first ring. Let's move into the second one. Alright, for my second ring, it's actually pretty recent. I picked it up here in Montreal from a local boutique, and I fell in love with it, man, right away. I love the color. I had kind of been looking into getting more rings, just because like I had only been wearing about like 3 or 2 rings for each hand, and I kind of wanted to fill out all my fingers. So I recently picked up this one about a week ago, and it's absolutely perfect, man. I kind of fell in love with the color, with the stone. It's sterling silver, fits really well. Now, one of the cool things about the place where I usually get my rings here in Montreal, it's from this guy that's from West Africa, Senegal. And what he does is just he collects a bunch of stones and kind of makes his own rings, and all of them are from like different places in Africa or in Europe. And I really love that. He's been, honestly, like I've known this guy for about 10 years, and he's been doing the exact same thing, just like creating beautiful accessories, whether it's like rings, all type of jewelry, you know, necklaces, bracelets. So if you guys are based in Montreal, I definitely suggest to check him out. He has a shop at Pile Metro, so definitely check him out. And this is where I picked up this one. Now, fairly simple ring. Once again, I wanted something to sort of match to a certain extent my Gucci one, which I will get it into, but not have the green sort of color at the front, but a different color. And this was perfect. So I ended up picking it up, and I feel like this is something that I'm gonna be wearing for quite some time, just because it's super simple, super neat. Now, one of the cool things is that he can size it to your finger so that it fits really tight and super well. And as I mentioned, I like my rings to fit kind of snug and tight so that they don't fall off during the winter. And yeah, so that's it on my recently purchased ring. Let's move into the third ring. Now, the third ring was actually gifted from a coworker, good friend of mine. He picked it up. I don't know exactly where he picked it up. I think it was from a boutique, but I'll ask him, and then I'll leave a link down below. and he gifted it to me, and honestly I've been wearing it ever since. I love the design on this. It's sterling silver, super neat, super clean. Again, it is quite simple. It's just like a round shape, and a ring that I can definitely again see myself wearing for quite some time. Now I usually only wear sterling silver rings. I haven't tried like any sort of like gold or diamond. I guess we're not there yet, but for the most part it's just sterling silver, and this one is a sterling silver one. And I honestly love the design on it, as you guys can see, and the shape is perfect. And yeah, that's it for the third ring. Let's move into my Bottega ring. The Bottega ring is actually a ring that I picked up because it was my first pinky ring. I picked it up about last year, I believe. And honestly, again, just simple silver rings, but fits me really, really well and goes super well with my style. Now, honestly, I do admire sort of like loud accessories, but for me, I'm a bit more, I guess, in between. Like, I like loud but not too loud. Like my Gucci one is a bit loud, but I mostly prefer to just have super simple, minimal sort of like rings, but that just either have like intricate designs or just a good sort of like silver that I can wear consistently. And the Bottega ring it's got just such a good design and silhouette on it. I've been wearing it ever since I got it. Now, one of the biggest struggles for me, again, is finding a good ring that fits perfectly. And because I have such skinny pinky fingers, I was hoping that this would fit, and I got it at work, tried it on, and it fit perfectly. I got it right away, and it's been a great add on to my ring collection. And yeah, so that's it for my right hand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. I don't think I will ever do a ring on my thumb. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so that's it on my right, and let's move into my left one. We're gonna go off and start with this first ring. Here you have it. Now this ring, again, I've kind of had it for about the same time as this one, the one that I've had for 4 or 5 years. This one I've also had for quite some time, probably about, I'd say 3 to 4 years, give or take. It was also gifted back when I used to live in Ottawa. So I really like the ring, and one of the reasons why I actually ended up keeping it was because I got another one that had sort of like a black stone, and I just kind of felt like it matched and looked super neat. So I just decided to keep it. But again, sterling silver, super simple, fits really well on my finger. And again, for me, I feel like rings, I kind of like rings that mean something, or that I got either from friends or from my past or whatever. So yeah, like honestly, like I just end up keeping them and wearing them, and I never take them off. And if I don't take them off and they go well with sort of my style and how I dress and I enjoy them, then I won't really like try to change them or get something new. So yeah, so there you have it for the first ring. And my second ring, we have the Gucci ring that you guys might have seen on different online retailers. I know a lot of online retailers carry this specific one, and it comes every season, I believe, or like at least the last like 2 seasons from Gucci. They've had sort of like certain accessories with this sort of silhouette, like the snake and the green colorway. I know they have some bracelet with the same sort of like design and structure, and then they have this ring. Now, when I first got this ring, it really took me some time to like sort of like get used to it, because it was quite big, and I'm sort of used to like minimal, super simple rings. And this one was like really out there. Like, I'll say this was my first ring where I was like, oh, this is quite big. And to be honest, it took me some time to get like comfortable. But as you know, if you wear your rings every day, they just kind of become part of you, and you kind of just end up getting used to it. I somewhat love it. Like, I feel like in the next maybe year, I'll probably get a new ring and swap out this one. But for the moment, it's great. Now, to be quite honest, in terms of quality, it's for the price that you're paying. I think like this one was about 390 to 400 Canadian dollars. So you know, it's not cheap at all. And for the price that I paid for it, I wish that the quality was there, because this little ball that you guys see in the middle here actually came off at some point, you know, after a couple months of wearing it, and I actually had to super glue it. Now you would never be able to tell, but yeah, this is super glued, and you know, to my luck, it hasn't come off ever since, so I guess I did a good job. But I was pretty disappointed by that for the price that I paid. So again, high end doesn't always mean good quality, so be careful when you're purchasing certain things. This is why I like personally to get my accessories from either people or from like boutiques, or if I travel to go to like a local boutique and see what they have in terms of accessories. I just generally prefer to do that, and you pay a lot less. And moving on to this one. Now this one is a bit hard to take off, but again, this is the one that I was telling you guys matches the first black one that I showed you guys that I've had for quite some time. And this was gifted by a friend as well, and I've kept it ever since. I think he got it somewhere here in Montreal at a local boutique. He's now based in London, but I really love it. I've had it for about 3-4 years, give or take again, and I sort of like the black stone and the sterling silver on it, and to me just like fits really well, so I've kept it, and it's super tight on my finger, which I like, so in the winter again it doesn't come off. Now lastly, we have this pinky ring that I recently picked up. Now I kind of wanted to add to my ring collection, so this is why I picked up two recent rings. And this one is pretty simple. Like, to be honest, I just really like the stone on this one, and I kind of wanted to add some colorful rings on my fingers, and this is perfect. It fits me, it's a bit loose on my pinky, so I'm trying to get it tightened but the guy that I usually go to say that he doesn't have the tools to be able to tighten it up, but he told me to come back in the next few weeks, so I'll probably go back, get it tightened up, and it should fit perfectly. And yeah, so for rings, there you have it. Now one thing that I want to say is that for rings, this is how I tend to wear them. Now I know some people kind of just put them in like this. I just kind of prefer to bring them out a little bit. I don't know why, I feel like they stand out more. It's just a personal opinion, to be honest. I might be wrong, but this is honestly how I like to wear my rings. Like for example, the Gucci one, because it's so big, I usually wear it like down here, kind of like this. So yeah, and there you have it for rings. Now for the other accessories, I have this two chains. One is a gold one, which is this one. It was gifted. I've had it for like, I think ever since I was like 12 or something. So I've had it for quite some time. This is by my boy, Sanj. I just removed the pendant. So yeah, these are the two chains that I wear. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm gonna add anything to these two. I feel like it's just clean, simple. Actually, if it was up to me, I'll probably only just have one, which is what I did for quite some time, because this one was broken, but I recently got it fixed and I've been wearing it, but I kind of like the two. Like, I think 2 or 1 is perfect for me. And then we have this bracelet from this brand that we carry at Essence called Bicocchi. It's an Italian brand, super simple. I'm actually thinking of adding some bracelets, so I'm thinking of getting another minimal one from the same brand. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and there you have it. There you have it for my sort of like accessories, bracelet, rings, and necklaces. Now, one of the things that I wanted to say about accessories, honestly, you do not need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on accessories. I think accessories is something that should mean something to you, that you should see yourself sort of like waking up and putting on. And like when I don't have my rings, honestly, I do feel naked. Like if I dress up, I need to have my rings and my chains. So I'll definitely, in my personal opinion, I'll suggest for you to sort of like go to your local boutiques or try to find rings from different places. They will mean a lot more instead of spending like thousands and thousands of dollars on high-end rings, which end up, to be frank, breaking. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion. There you have it for all my accessories and rings. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you always for watching. Make sure to subscribe as usual and follow me on my Instagram at GREGNTORE, and I'll see you in the next one.